Hello there. This is a game, me against a chess engine called Houdini. I set the difficulty to 2000. 2000 is expert level chess. Players that are ranked over 2000 are usually granted chess expert titles, FIDE candidate master titles, and in the future, I plan to compete in tournaments and hopefully have a title, maybe even for life. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm competing in tournaments right now, and this is a game to see where I'm at and how strong am I. Houdini is the strongest chess engine in the world. Uh, to analyze this game, I have candidate moves on the right side of the screen and the chess notation on the left hand side of the screen. Okay, white starts off with d4. I develop my knight. Attacks squares e4, d5. Probably push my d7 pawn to d5. He develops his knight to h3. I don't really like that. Typically, you develop your knight to f3, but it's better than g1. Now that knight is being attacked, shows up in the green. This will help for you to understand what's going on in the game, because somehow it's hard to take into account everything. I'm not too worried about taking it though. I want to keep my bishop. I develop my pawn to the center. I'm going to form a triangle. The e6, d5, c6 square. Here I found this nifty move, a6. I want to keep that knight from ever hopping in if I ever bring my bishop to d6. And just keep his c3 knight from attacking me on the queen side. Castle. He develops his bishop, more attacking lines, and he frees his king, to be able to castle. Developing my bishop. I'm going to be pushing pawns over on the queen side. Squeezing him on the queen side. Make sure he has no initiative on the queen side. He'll probably attack on the king side. But the plan is to squeeze all counterplay for white from the position and slowly gain small positional advantages. Castles. I decided to push my pawn forward. I was expecting d4 takes c5, but he doesn't. I think he should have because, well, I plan to push my pawn to c4 just to really cramp his position on the king side. I mean, I'm constructing a very impressive center right now, and he isn't doing much about it. Yeah, he develops his bishop. I don't like it. I think it's a terrible square. Personally, I think he should have kept his bishop on e2, brought his queen to d2, and connect his rooks. Developing the knight. Attacks more squares in the center. Queen's only attacking 2 squares, but they're defended. I think this is a bad move. Simply push c4 and pushes his queen away. It was a waste of a move, and it was good for me though. Push pawn to h6 keeps the h3 knight from ever hopping in and attacking on f7 and e6. Now he's developing his rooks to the center, making sure it's all solid. I'm doing this knight maneuver to push my b7 pawn to b5. Yep, now I'm gaining space. Now you can see that the queen side is really being clamped down. I'm not offering him any counterplay here. It's pretty sad. Now the whole plan is just to push my pawns forward. right here. Right here was the most critical point of the game. I spent 10 minutes looking at this position, looking at that A pawn, and whether or not I should push my B8 rook to B4. Because that A pawn, the A white pawn, looks pretty loose, but I risk trapping in rook, my own rook on B3. I'll show you soon. I did it anyway. I figured the initiative on the queen side is so strong. It'll give him some counterplay, but it won't give him much. I snap off the bishop on A4. He pushes his pawn forward. Now I'm threatening 3 pieces, with 3 pieces attacking B2, threatening to win a pawn. He snaps off that rook. He gets the A5 pawn. Back and forth. I'm trying to keep him off. I want to take his rook off the A file, but he's still influencing it. Now the whole plan here is to get this C4 pawn promoted. If I could bring it to the other side of the board and get another queen, that'll give me a winning advantage. Right here, if rook doesn't move, bishop to B4, forking the C3 queen to the E1 rook. He sees this tricky little tactic, moves away. But now the problem here is that this queen is trapped. Where does the queen go? I could have just snapped off his queen, but I took the rook. His queen isn't going anywhere anyways. He pushes his pawn forward as a last resort, give him this square, but I played the strongest move in the position. Now, white should be worrying about this pawn I'm going to be pushing forward to promote the C4 pawn. I push forward. D3, keeping that C1 square in check. For when I promote it, he'll just snap it off. I really don't mind threatening to take the knight. If he could take the bishop, but if he takes the bishop, I'll push the C2 pawn here. I'm offering a sacrifice here, but he's a little smarter than that. Protecting the knight, I snap it off. And here, I don't really mind. Sacrificing the queen here. Here he's material down, and with proper technique, the engine will lose. Well, here it seems like Houdini resigns. Alright, I hope you didn't get bored with all that positional maneuvering, and you learned something from this game. Thank you.